Olá, coteiros. 2 recados rápidos. Primeiro recado. Para contexto, a Bel reagiu ao podcast em live em forma de radinho, ou seja, ela apenas escutou ele. Por conta disso, haverá momentos em que a Bel estará traduzindo as coisas para os espectadores. Nós, do Cortes, sincronizamos o áudio com o vídeo. Segundo recado, a legenda foi feita de fã para fã. Peço sua compreensão em eventuais erros gramaticais, priorizamos a agilidade e experiência de assistir acima de tudo. Bom corte a todos.
Yeah.
Would allow the guest to say new news.
Yeah, I want to do it.
I think Taylor has a little bit of new news. Welcome back to New Heights, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 92%ers. We missed you. This is a very special episode of New Heights, a Wondery show. We are your hosts. I'm Travis Kelsey. This is my big brother, Jason Kelsey, out of Cleveland Heights, Ohio.
Yeah,
University
baby.
of Cincinnati grad, Cincy. Wow, baby.
Gente, eu estava lendo a carta que ela falou sobre os Masters como se fosse uma carta sobre o álbum novo. Vocês têm noção que eu dá na minha cabeça no momento?
With one S for fun clips throughout the week. Jason. Oh, we got a good one.
Oh.
Why don't you tell the people what we got coming up?
That's right. 92%ers. You may remember when we said New Heights wasn't coming back till August 27th. Well, that was a lie. That was a lie. And hopefully you can forgive us because we got as Travis said, we have a very special episode today that we just simply could not turn down. That's right. This is a special preseason episode that we decided to bring to you a little early.
So let's not waste any of their time, Jason. Let's get right to it.
Eu vou acelerar o podcast.
Our guest today is the singer, songwriter, producer, and director from Nashville, Tennessee. That's bullshit. She is from Reading, Pennsylvania. She is the most awarded artist in the history of the American Music Awards, Billboard Music Awards, and iHeart Radio Music Awards. She has 14 Grammy Awards and is the only artist in the history to win Album of the Year 4 times. Last December, she wrapped up the Eras Tour, which spanned 149 shows across 51 cities, 5 continents, and was the most attended tour of all time. I'm still going.
Aí, agora vai ficar certo.
Her last album, The Torture Poets Department, set a record with 1.76 billion streams globally within the first week alone.
All right.
And as a fan of that guy on the Chiefs, she has 19 wins, 2 AFC titles, and a Super Bowl. 92%ers, are you ready for it? Making her podcasting debut, the most aggressive guest in the history of shows, Taylor Swift!
That intro, Jason. Oh my God.
I've seen this before.
No,
He's
look,
got
his
black
soul
hair.
has left his body.
Just breathe, Jason.
No, that was so good. Thank
I've seen this
you.
before.
I tried,
Thank
Tay.
you
I
for
tried.
screaming for like 47 seconds for me. That was so nice.
I'm shaking right now. I'm shaking, Tay.
No, you did a great job.
Take a deep breath, big guy.
Did I get everything? How much more could we have put in that? Like, I felt like that was
such an amazing intro. And also just like, thanks for wearing the merch. That goes a long way. Just like immediately makes me feel comfortable just looking deeply into my own eyes.
okay. All right. That's what I was going for.
It's a good t-shirt. I like it.
Thanks for having me. This is my first podcast.
This is amazing. Thank you for coming on.
What took you so long to jump on podcasts?
You know what? I was waiting for you guys to invite me. This is my favorite podcast.
So we've already been over this. You're a big fan of the show. You're a 92%er. What are your favorite segments that you hear Travis and I go into on a routinely basis?
I like new news just because of the screaming. Like I hear him screaming new news from across the house constantly.
Yes.
It's like my favorite part. Like he'll be like, new news. And I'm in the kitchen being like,
Elizabeth.
so I love that because of just the bellowing of it. Like I love No Dumb Questions.
That's a banger.
I really like it when you give people advice. It's kind of my personal favorite.
Do you usually agree with the advice or do you just like listening to it?
I mean, I think that like you guys give such male-centric advice. Which I think is just like just dudes who don't want drama.
Yeah.
Dudes who are trying to avoid the mess. But sometimes you're going to like do a bit and say the messiest thing that they could do, which is funny too.
So we're going to ask the question everybody watching the show is currently asking. Why are you coming on the show? Why New Heights? What are you doing? You have so many better things to do with your time.
This podcast has done a lot for me. I owe a lot to this podcast. This podcast got me a boyfriend ever since Travis decided to use it as his personal dating app about 2 years ago. So
worked pretty good.
Yeah. Hey.
Were his friendship bracelets that good? Did you give the friendship bracelets or was that just on the podcast? Like,
I've never been.
Ruined the friendship.
Yeah, they didn't leave the stadium because I was butthurt, Jason.
He threw a tantrum. He threw a man tantrum.
Get out of here.
It's so funny. It's
my plan is ruined.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not.
This is so
she
wild.
Hates me.
Like, it was such a wild romantic gesture to just be like, I want to date you. Like, on, I don't know. It was, at first when I looked at it, I was like, this dude is.
That's what it does when you're on the stage and you perform in Arrowhead. That's what it did.
This dude didn't get a meet and greet. He's making it everyone's problem. That's what I thought at first. And then I was like.
You come to Arrowhead, I get to meet you. That's the perk of playing for the Chiefs.
You realize he didn't even reach out to our management. I was like, when this podcast came out, I was like, did he ever reach out to be like in the tents or did we know he was in the building? He came with Pat. And he thought that because he knows
vocês estão surtando perguntando qual foi, como que eu acertei a data.
That's how it works.
Não tem nada a ver, gente, é só porque eu sou maluca. Daí eu fui vendo as coisas que ela foi fazendo. Depois eu falo.
The elevator was just invented.
But yeah, he really just was like, I know a guy, I can figure this out. But I actually, when I thought about it, I was like, actually, we live in a day and age where like, I'm not an online person at all. I'm not like on social media like that. And like, I'm genuinely terrified to open my DMs.
Smart.
It's just like, there's smoke coming out of my DMs. Like, I don't want to go near that. I don't know what's.
If you want somebody to go through it, I'll go through it just because I'll laugh my ass off.
It's like if you have like 20 million unread DMs, you're just like,
entertained?
So this kind of felt more like I was in an 80s John Hughes movie and he was just like standing outside of my window with a boombox, just being like, I want to date you.
Yeah.
Do you want to go on a date with me? I made you a friendship bracelet. Do you want to date me?
Just come outside and meet me. Just meet me once. Just give me a chance.
So I was like, if this guy isn't crazy, which is a big if, this is sort of what I've been writing songs about wanting to happen to me since I was a teenager.
Yeah. And I was sitting there at the Eras Tour listening to every single one of those songs like I know what she wants me to do.
Yeah. I feel that. That's
what she wants me to do.
He's like, this is just her wish list of like,
meet me, please. Now I'm butthurt.
Yeah. I'm upset that you didn't meet me, you didn't know any proper logistical planning.
Vocês querem que eu tire o áudio pra vocês?
Typical Kelsey.
It was wild. It was wild, but it worked. I'm glad it worked. I'm just circling back to New Heights to say thank you for this. Look at this.
I'm the luckiest man in the world.
So yeah, that's.
And thank you to New
Eu abaixei pouco, vai.
Jake, thank you for putting that on social media.
Vou abaixar pra vocês também.
Before we move on, how did you know he wasn't crazy? Because that's the other side of that, right? Like a guy goes up there and professes his love for you. It's either one, it's like this could be the most romantic thing in the world. It can also be like this is.
He is.
Mas ela basicamente falou que cantava sobre tudo o que ela queria ter num relacionamento e ela tem isso com o Travis. E aí ele falou, eu sabia exatamente o que ela queria por causa das músicas, então eu sei o que eu tô fazendo.
Very natural, very pure, very normal. Like also like just the way that he could make me laugh so immediately. About normal things.
Eu sei como é, Taylor.
Like, he's just a vibe booster in everyone's life that he's in. He's like a human exclamation point. Like, you know, he's like when you take a picture on your phone and you put the like, you push the enhance color button. Yeah. That's like what you do to everyone's life.
Eu tô chorando porque ela tá feliz.
So many more exclamation points now, but I think it was just like you're so non-judgmental about people. And you were not judgmental about the fact that I knew nothing about the world you were in.
It was the best.
You were nice. You were so nice.
I got a clean slate.
You were like, thank you.
You get a clean slate.
She doesn't know any of my bands.
Sentimento ao mesmo tempo.
Jason, on our first date, I legitimately asked him what it was like when the Chiefs played the Eagles in the Super Bowl and he looked across the field, across the line of scrimmage and saw his brother standing on the other, like 5 feet in front of him on the field.
Yeah.
And he was like, he didn't even
Essa foi pra Giba.
Like, I now know what an insane question that was. He was like, actually, I'm on the offense, and my brother's on the offense, and I'm only on the field at the same
se vocês não conseguem acompanhar os dois, tá tudo bem. Só vejam aonde vocês preferirem. Ou mutem no YouTube e escutem só aqui, ou vejam só no YouTube. Sabe? Vejam só no YouTube, na verdade. Melhor, não sei. Conta view, sim.
Mesmo
se mutar lá.
And they're like, and it's like, who's gonna win?
That's actually
I would love to see Jared Goff.
A Taylor falou que basicamente ela acha o fato dele ser uma pessoa bem humorada e que faz ela rir o tempo inteiro foi um fator determinante. Daí eu falei por isso que eu entendi o que ela tava falando, que com o Matheus é assim, a gente vai rindo, tá pelada.
Oh my God, I fell in love with it. I became obsessed with it. I became like a person who was running through the halls of my house screaming, "We drafted Xavier Worthy!" And my friends are like, who body snatched you? What do you mean? We drafted Xavier Worthy.
I forget where I was, but you were the first person to tell me that we drafted the fastest man in the draft.
No, I was screeching. I couldn't believe it. I was freaking out. We're talking about like,
I'm like, wait, is she right? I had to look this up. I'm like, did she get the wrong information here? But yeah, we traded up.
We're talking about cover 2, cover 4, cover 0, cover. We're talking. We're learning. I continue to learn.
Maybe somebody else that even knows what those coverages are.
Yeah, I'm not ready to be an analyst right now.
Ela falando tudo que aprendeu sobre futebol americano.
You're going to pick up on it. I'm telling you, you would ask some of the best questions when we were up in the booth, and there's like your desire to learn more, but your genuine excitement around it, as well as like your competitiveness.
She's not fucking around. No, Tay's not fucking around.
Oh my God.
She's not fucking around.
Reclaiming Masters. You want to tee this up, Trev?
Let's tee it up. One of my favorite things this summer was Taylor reclaiming her Masters. Her recording of her first 6 albums finally became hers.
Yep.
And you haven't really talked about it. You made that beautiful post on all your social channels, thanking everyone that made it happen and everything. But why don't you tell the 92%ers how it really felt?
Oh, wow. So to catch anyone up who doesn't know about this saga, like I signed a record deal when I was 15, and I always kind of refer to it as I got my music back this summer, but I never owned my music at all. So traditionally, a lot of record deals are set up in a way that artists don't own what's called their master recordings. Owning your master recordings means that you have complete control and power over distribution, licensing, and essentially the way your legacy is shaped. It's a huge thing. It's always been a huge thing for me. Like since I was a teenager, I've been actively saving up money to buy my music back and to ever own it in the first place, because it's usually the label that owns it. But I've always wanted this to happen. So it's been sold. My music has been sold a few times. The first time that it was sold, it really ripped my heart out of my chest. And I told everybody exactly how that felt for me and what I was going through. And I started basically defiantly re-recording my music because I wanted to own it. And this was the only way I thought it was ever going to happen. And so
I knew she had a bad kid, and she's just got a little bit of a bad kid.
Yeah,
it's not a bad kid. That's a freaking savvy kid. That's what that is. That's like, hey.
Yeah. I've been told I've been.
É que, gente, se as pessoas tivessem um pouco de noção do quão difícil é regravar as próprias músicas.
Insubordinate. Yeah, it's
mais de 10 anos depois.
You know, that was the closest I ever thought I would get to owning my music. And so re-recording my music, it was so exciting to get to have that opportunity. But there was still like, I thought about not owning my music every day. It was something that I never was. It's like an intrusive thought that I had every day. And so we do the Eras Tour. After the Eras Tour, I had a meeting with my team, and we decided this might be a good time to approach the current owners of it. The owners of it was a private equity firm called Shamrock Capital. I knew them to be above board people. You know, they had been very friendly to us. What I was looking to do, though, was I wanted to buy my music outright. I don't want to be in a partnership. I don't want to own 30% of it. I want to own all of it.
Yeah, and you deserve that.
But it was a long shot to think that they would do that they would sell that asset to me.
It's a big asset.
It's a huge decision for them to make, to sell that to anyone, including me. I decided that rather than this be like a business conversation, I'm in the business of human emotion. I would so much rather lead heart first in something like this, because for me, this is not, I want I want to own this asset because of its return.
Gente, eu vou falar de tudo o que tá acontecendo assim que
over the years,
eu ouvi o que ela tá falando.
Because this is
eu quero ouvir primeiro.
Handwritten diary entries from my whole life. These are the songs I wrote about every phase of my life. This is my photography, my music videos, most of which I funded.
Yeah.
You know, my artwork, everything that I've ever done is in this catalog. And so rather than send lawyers or management like in a big crew, I sent my mom and my brother, who I work with, to LA, and they sat down and they like, this happened. I don't ever really talk about it because it's, they sat down with Shamrock Capital, and they told them what this meant for me. Like, this is, they told them the whole story of all the times we've tried to buy it, all the times it's fallen through, all the times we had gotten plans together and figured out something we thought was going to work and it didn't at the last minute. And so like my mom calls me afterwards. She's like, look, you know, they were wonderful. They heard us out. We have no idea which way they're going to go with this. And so I was like, I get it. I haven't gotten my hopes up about this in a decade. And so it was a couple months after the Super Bowl. We're in Kansas City.
Dá pra ver que ele tá fazendo carinho nela, na cintura dela. Eu acho que pra ela não chorar.
And she's like,
ou só dando suporte mesmo, apoio.
She's like, you got your music. And so sorry that it's literally been so long since this happened. Like, it's every time I talk about it. She was like, you got your music. And I just like very dramatically hit the floor for real. Like, honestly, just started
been a long time coming.
bawling my eyes out. And I'm just like, just weeping and kind of like unable. I was just like, really? Really? What do you mean? And I'm like, get yourself together, get your shit together. Like, just go tell Travis in a normal way. And I knock on the door. He's playing video games. And I'm trying to say it in a normal way. And I'm just like, Travis!
Like, oh no, what just happened? And
he puts his headset down. He's like, guys, gotta go. And I think he thought something was wrong. And you come up and I'm just like, I got all my music back. And then just start absolutely heaving.
Just dead weight. Lose all control.
Had no power in my legs to support myself. And yeah, this changed my life. I can't believe it still. Every time I think about it, it's like, I have to tell the short version to everyone because it is still like this will affect the rest of my life. I think about this every day now, but instead of it being like an intrusive thought that hurts me, it's, I can't believe this happened. Like, how lucky am I? How grateful am I? I'm so grateful to like the artists that helped me with my re-records, because when I did my re-records, I started doing those in 2021. Mm-hmm. And a lot of, like, most of the industry trades were like, this is a bad idea. This is her sort of derailing her career in a way. Nobody's interested in you doing the same album twice. Fans are not going to be engaged with this. This is not going to go well for her.
Somebody knew though.
And it was like, I still was able to like reach out to friends of mine, like Phoebe Bridgers, Keith Urban, Maren Morris, Chris Stapleton, Hayley Williams from Paramore, Fall Out Boy, like all these absolutely incredible artists that like shape who I am as an artist. Yeah. And they like agreed to be a part of the re-records. And I one of the only people I told before this happened was like, I called Phoebe Bridgers and I was just like, and she's like, did you just say what I think you said? And so this has just been like, I'm so grateful for it. It's just unbelievable. And I was so happy you were there when that happened.
I mean,
because I could not stand.
Yeah. I mean, I started crying too. You know, I'm a
you were weeping.
I'm just so happy for you because I've seen how you make music. I've seen how you make these videos, I've seen the effort and the focus and the strategy behind what just one album in Torture Poets Department and in Fortnite. And I was blown away that you had been doing this your entire life. And for, your first 6 albums, you weren't given the rights to all of that. And I know what that looked like, and I know how much it burned you that you didn't have that and you didn't have your creation. And I think doing it the right way, creating the fan base that you did the right way, and leading your life in a direction that you were eventually going to get it back somehow, some way, because of you always doing things with the right intentions. So.
Thanks.
So how does music ownership, this is so crazy to me. So you wrote these songs, you sang these songs, you put everything into them. And don't get me wrong, there's publishing companies, people that...
Basicamente, gente, ela disse que no dia que ela recuperou os masters dela, a mãe dela ligou pra ela, avisou, e aí ela caiu no chão e perguntou se era verdade. E ela tava junto com o Travis, só que o Travis não tava no mesmo cômodo que ela, ele tava jogando videogame. E ele foi até onde ela foi até onde ele tava e falou só Travis, então ela tava chorando. Então ele só saiu do videogame, ele falou na call, literalmente lançou no Discord: Guys, gotta go, preciso ir. E aí ela contou pra ele e ela disse que os dois começaram a chorar, que ele tava lá pra ajudar ela e tal.
Mixing, mastering, that actual thing.
Eu não consigo parar de chorar. Eu preciso...
Mine also included my album artwork, my music videos, everything that went along with any era of music that I had done for my first 6 albums.
Got it.
Every era.
So then there's
another
category, which is publishing.
Yes.
I own my publishing, which is why, I have control over, if my song is used in a film, I wanted them to use Taylor's version instead of the original version.
Ela contou também que todo mundo da indústria falou pra ela: então, ninguém vai querer que tu regrave os teus álbuns, ninguém vai ouvir, são anos depois, são músicas que eles já ouviram, não vai dar certo e tal, vai ser foda. Então ela teve que ouvir tudo isso e ela ainda continuou mesmo assim, e realmente é muito difícil regravar os álbuns, e ela teve que contar com o apoio também de pessoas que fizeram parte dos primeiros álbuns, né, e são pessoas que até hoje amam e admiram ela e trabalharam com ela justamente porque ela é essa pessoa. E o Travis falou que ela construiu uma fanbase, um legado, uma comunidade muito grande. Então, por isso, as pessoas estariam ali pra ela assim, sabe?
Basically, then you have the master recordings side of things. Now, this is a discussion.
Porque ela construiu isso baseado em algo, em coisas certas ao longo da carreira dela, sabe?
Especially not with fans. This was all kind of industry-centric and kind of boring contract stuff that fans were not speaking about.
Sure.
And so one thing that I think is really great that has come about because of this is that I have so many new artists come up to me now and say, hey, I didn't even know this was a thing. Yeah. And when I went to go and negotiate for my record deal, I negotiated to have my masters revert back to me after a certain amount of years.
Oh.
Agora ela tá falando como novos artistas foram pra ela e falaram que não faziam ideia de que isso poderia acontecer com eles também. E por isso ela ficou, sem saber o que falar, sabe?
If I were to put the information out about what I went through, at least it gets artists talking about this to decide whether this is a priority for them. Because you can't know if it's a priority for you unless you know what has come before you and what has happened. And so the master recordings thing, that's your actual ownership of your recordings. To put it in perspective, if I never would have been able to buy back my music, one day someone else would be leaving all of my music from my first 6 albums to their kids in their will.
Right. Yeah.
And you think about it like that, it's like, I thought of it, I made it, I recorded it, I paid for most of those music videos. I wanted an opportunity to buy that back. And that was important to me.
You feel like they're yours. They should be yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think it was easier for you to do? Just you talking about this, you're so aware of the business side of this and the legal ramifications. You're more aware than I think probably most artists are. But being
woman in the world,
it's crazy. Being a songwriter,
tô acabada agora que eu olhei como eu tô, Jesus.
You being the songwriter.
Ele falou que ela é a melhor compositora do mundo, e é
being
mesmo.
able to re-record songs, that gave you leverage and able to make this move, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was it. And also, in my contract, they didn't put a clause in that said I couldn't re-record because nobody was doing it and nobody thought that was a good idea.
Right.
So, and also like, who would be that stubborn? Like, who would be that petty?
This badass kid over here.
That they would record every single thing.
Agora ela falou, não tinha no contrato, você não pode regravar as suas músicas. Porque quem seria tão teimoso assim? Aí o Travis ficou apontando pra ela.
It's a good point, Jason. It's a good
like,
point.
Honestly, and this is where they missed it. You had
you make
this
a third
diehard
1989, I'll
community that
listen
you
to
had
that one
already
too.
built.
That's the thing, is the fans
You told a story with the second time you released this album, right? And the fans got behind that narrative. And they're
And
like,
they-
Right away.
screw the first album. We're rolling with the re-recorded album because we're supporting
Mano.
They were like, we ride at dawn. Like,
That's right.
and it was amazing because, you know, they're the reason why the re-records worked out. They're the reason.
Gente, só pra vocês terem noção, eu falei com a professora de dança da Maria Antônia, porque a Maria Antônia vai apresentar Shake It Off no final desse ano. Maria Antônia é a minha sobrinha e afilhada, pra quem não sabe. E eu falei com a professora de dança dela que ela tava tocando a versão que era ruim. E a melhor era Shake It Off Taylor's Version. Eu falei dessa forma porque, obviamente, senão ela ia me achar uma maluca. E aí, ela colocou a Taylor's Version mesmo, pra ela cantar. Daí, depois, eu peguei e falei, não, pode ser qualquer uma agora. Agora pode ser qualquer uma. Tanto faz.
And I'm so impressed just by their ability and their dexterity as musicians to be able to do that. So convincing.
E a Maria Antônia chegou na hora de tipo, fazer o treino. A Maria Antônia falou assim, eu já conheço essa música. Essa é a cantora preferida da minha Dinda. Eu sei essa música inteira, eu gosto do clipe, ela de bailarina. Ela chegou assim na sala.
What should we listen to? Like, what do I roll with? Does it matter?
Choice.
You're just like whatever you guys want. Like,
yeah, it's really whatever you guys want because I love both of them. I would not have put out the re-records if I didn't think that they held up or were better. I think a lot of the vocals I did on the re-records are better than the originals.
Ooh.
Okay.
But it's like if you found a nostalgia in the originals and that was what you were listening to when you were 12 years old, bopping around in your bedroom, go crazy.
Yeah.
We got them all.
I'm going to start doing comparisons. That's what I got to do. I just got to start doing comparisons.
Yeah.
You're going to listen to every beat.
Yeah.
You're certainly, it's not mandatory, Jason.
I mean, it sounds like a good time.
I'll say this. There's a few good playlists out there that have a mixture of them all.
You've been streaming?
Yes.
Thank you.
I've been streaming for about 2 years now.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. That's why we got that spike. In the
That's what it was.
35-year-old male demographic.
Right.
Yes, that 1.7 billion, that was at least 1 billion of those, for sure.
We have one IP address from one iPhone that continually is listening to this playlist. Did you have a favorite album that you re-recorded that, like, are there different eras that you liked recording more, re-recording?
I really liked them all, but I think Red.
Ai, óbvio! Ai, nossa, Taylor Swift, não me diga que foi o Red! Não me diga que é o teu filho favorito!
There was one, which I think is maybe my favorite song I've ever written, called All Too Well, the 10-minute version, where I unearthed. There were originally so many more verses in that song than ended up being on the album that I had put out when I originally put out Red. I made the glorious, fortuitous mistake of saying that to my fans in an interview. You know what those words mean.
I love it.
You're so handsome. So basically,
Mano, eles são muito idiotas.
said that in an interview
Deus, pelo
to
outro.
my fans, and they just like hung on to it. They were like, "Where's the 10-minute version? Give us the 10-minute version."
Yeah.
And when it came time to doing Taylor's version and re-recording the album, I went back in, found the verses, restructured the song to the way that it pretty much was when I had originally written it, put them back in. And that song is one of my favorite things I've ever done. And it was when we were on the Eras tour, I'm watching people just like cathartically scream this song to the point where I'm like, do you need to go to the hospital? Like, it was so passionate, the fan response to that song at the Eras tour. And I remember thinking so many times, like, what if this never happened? Like, what if I never had to
it's one of the most
re-record
iconic
this?
parts of that tour.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, it really did make me fall back in love with that album specifically. I have a song with Phoebe Bridgers that I really
E o
love
fato
on
de
that,
ter 10
you know,
minutos e
from
ter
the
pego
vault. Chris
primeiro
Stapleton was a
lugar
part of it
também
as well.
é uma coisa que com certeza conta pra ela.
I've always loved Fearless in 1989 in a very
Tipo assim, uma música de 10 minutos pegou primeiro lugar nos charts. Uma regravação. Vai se fuder.
Re-recording it made me just be like, oh, God, I love that album. I have no complicated feelings about that. Wouldn't have done anything different. Maybe except to include the original verses the first time.
Well, we just talked about the different eras a little bit. Let's talk about perhaps the most daunting thing that any artist has ever taken on, which is the Eras Tour.
Oh my God.
You finally finished it up last December in Vancouver.
Quero documentário.
I don't know. What did it feel like to wrap it up? What does it feel like now? Like not touring and being on a jet every day, basically trying to go from country to country. Yeah.
I mean,
it's insane.
It feels great, Jason, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you.
You don't miss it?
I miss it. I do miss it, but it's like it was perfect for what it was.
Yes,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it was a lot of physical therapy, and it was a lot of like being in a state of perpetual physical discomfort. Kind of like when you're in season. You know?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm not getting hit
my first time
by huge 300-pounders, but the heels.
When I saw the recovery station in the hotel room after with the toe spacers.
I got an acupuncture in that. I've got.
I'm telling you, dude, the similarities were crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh. She does more than I do.
We're like comparing physical therapy stories, like recovery stuff. But
have you ever tried taping?
Ele falando que ela treina muito mais que ele.
Big ankle tape guy.
Mas ficou uma coisa meio.
Because I missed the fans and I missed
uma vibe
that
sexual nisso aqui.
But at the same time, it was so special. It was like the most formative time of my life.
Por que a Bel tá chorando? Não sei, mas
I learned so much about how far I can push myself, and if I set a goal, making that a 3.5-hour show in the beginning of the tour, it's like you can't like be sick one day and then decide tonight it's going to be 2.5 hours.
E aí tu vai e faz o show na chuva,
and it's really
né, filha?
Just like prioritizing the fans' experience before anything else. And my fellow
with a broken heart.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Like,
dude. Don't you get me started.
Or like stomach flu, or like just like aching feet or blisters or whatever. Like it just was.
Which she had all of this going through.
Usually
and it's
all
like,
at the same time. But
going into her fourth show.
Passando mal de rinite, falando pro Matheus, tem live.
Because when we were putting together this tour, I had some really lofty goals I wanted to reach conceptually, because I wanted to show fans, and especially younger fans, visuals and sort of performance art references that were really important to me as a kid and what inspired me to want to do this, right? So like I wanted to put elements of musical theater, Broadway.
É muito doido. A Deras parece que foi tipo vendo a minha vida, sabe?
Kind of
thinks like this.
E ela tá falando isso.
I watched the whole tour. I just thought it was amazing. I didn't notice.
But that's
Pulseira,
exactly
vai pra chute. A chute não tem AD, não.
References that I thought were really high concept and really high value for fans, and for them to see things they hadn't necessarily seen before, all in one concert. But I wanted to do it at the highest intensity, rapid fire. You're seeing something new every 15 to 30 seconds. And so it feels like you're scrolling in an algorithm, right? Yes. And when I heard reports of people saying that they got actual amnesia after the concerts, I was like, oh, I think we did it.
Yeah.
I think we did it, nailed it. That's genuine. I wasn't even shooting for that goal when they're like, I saw so many things and I experienced a state of euphoria that I now don't remember what happened to me. I was like,
all I remember is that she didn't want to meet me. That's it.
That's all.
Ela tá falando, quando ela viu os fãs falando pela primeira vez que eles tinham tipo uma amnésia depois do show, era exatamente o que ela queria. Porque é um estado que tu fica tão eufórica, tão, sabe? Que tu tá numa catarse tão grande. E é realmente o da Deras, sabe? Foi, né?
Such a desire to want to meet you. I would have never went on here and told everybody how butthurt I was. Yeah, I'd never just been so engulfed in the curiosity of who you were.
Oh, that's
And look
really
at this.
wonderful.
You know,
I really
one of the
have.
best things about that last statement is you didn't even know what the word engulf meant before, like you met Taylor. Like you've broadened your horizon so much.
We're the perfect. I'm telling you, she makes me so much better.
O Jason falou que o Travis nem sabe o que significa. Não sei falar. Não sabia nem o que significava engolf.
It's like you see you on the stage and you see how crazy you can get an entire stage.
Porque só sabe porque a Taylor colocou numa
I get you in
música.
a room and it's like I've known you forever. It's like it was just the easiest conversation I ever had, and it was just so much fun that it just knocked
É
my
muito
socks off.
aquele You Know How to Ball, I Know How to Startle. Eu falei tudo errado.
Thank you. I felt
She
the
blew
same
me
exact
away,
way
and
about you.
I had never experienced something so mesmerizing on stage and then so real and so beautiful in person.
Hey, that's
Should I leave?
wonderful.
I'm just gonna
Yeah, I think so. Honestly,
Oh,
at this
sorry.
point, I think everyone should leave.
I don't know where to go from here now. How many countries did you do the Eras Tour in?
47,000 countries, Jason.
You just listed that in the beginning.
Well, I said 51 cities, which I don't know if that's right.
It was a lot of countries.
150?
What was really fun about all the countries that we went to is when we first started dating, he was like, I always wanted to go and really vacation in Europe and see
it was
Australia and, go to Asia. And I was like, well, I got a tour for that. It's coming up.
Nice. You got room for a 6'5" guy to
Yeah, we can
come
figure it
hang
out. Like, no, the dimensions are wild, but we'll make some room. I think we'll have to leave some equipment trunks
Thank
behind
you for
to
accommodating.
accommodate the size. But absolutely, we'd be happy to have you. And we got to travel the world and have vacations and adventures when I wasn't on stage, which was really fun because like Europe was so fun. Australia is amazing.
Yeah.
It was great. And that entire part of our lives, like I was on tour for so long and now I finally am not on tour. And it's kind of great because I'm getting my hobbies back. Like when I was on tour, all I had the bandwidth for was what's the acoustic mashup this week?
Minha filha, tu escreveu 2 álbuns em tour. Eu tenho certeza que ela escreveu esse álbum em
that
tour.
was the only thing taking up my brain space. And now it's
It's been so fun to see what Taylor actually gets into around the house.
it's like I'd say all my hobbies could be categorized as like hobbies you could have had in the 1700s. Like I get on my
love
granny
that.
shit.
You enjoy doing all of these homey things. That's basically what you're saying?
Yeah, I like to sew.
Yep.
I specialize, as you know, in children's purses and baby blankets. I make 2 things, and that's
I do know that very well.
Cara do
I
Travis!
love to paint. I love to cook. I have a different baking obsession every 6 months.
I am the luckiest man in the world.
Right now, we're very deep in a sourdough obsession that has taken over my life.
I am aware.
Yeah.
And I'm very deep in it now. You've got me deep in this.
I'm lucky. I'm working as much as I am and running as much as I am because I'm getting the caloric intake.
Yeah, he asked me to send him 2 loaves of sourdough at training camp. I'm like wrapping sourdough
Cara, ela
loaves
fazendo
in
pão.
like
Pra ele não aguenta.
saran wrap or whatever, like cling film. The sourdough's taken over my life in a huge way. I'm really talking about bread 60% of the time now. It's become a huge factor.
And she's getting good with making all these different versions of it.
Oh yeah.
My favorite one was probably, the regular sourdough is one of my favorites, but the blueberry.
Yeah, we do. There's a blueberry lemon. There's cinnamon swirl, cinnamon raisin. And this one I've been workshopping for the girls because they love everything rainbow. Funfetti sourdough.
Oh my gosh. It's
Yes.
going to blow their minds.
No, it will. Because they love sprinkles. Like we put sprinkles in everything when we hang out.
Yeah.
It's really,
She's a loafer for life now.
Yeah. And it's gotten
Loafer.
pretty crazy over here. I'm just like always like baking
Mano, o Travis
bread
é muito...
and texting my friends being like,
muito
can I send you some
idiota.
bread? I need some feedback. Do you like this one better than you like the other one?
É impressionante como dá pra entender por que eles dão certo.
I'm on like sourdough blogs. There's a whole community of us, and I didn't know it.
Oh my gosh!
This is an underworld.
The amount of people hoping that you're on their blog.
Oh, I'm on your blog, girl. I'm on your blog. But it's like I just
eles parecem você e o de Deus quando começam a conversar. Aí, quer um pouquinho da beleza. Deve dar um pouco mais da beleza, da mente também e do dinheiro.
All I really use the internet for is sourdough, and when Travis shows me videos of otters on his Instagram algorithm.
I want
an interesting animal.
I want a wild otter so bad. I just want to like find these little creatures.
Yeah, he doesn't. He wants
why a wild one? Why wouldn't you?
Because
aren't they all wild?
Oh no, there's.
Eu amo quão investido o Jason tá no fato da Taylor fazer pães e usar sementes diferentes.
Who feels? Yes.
It's a really specific type of otter he's looking for.
The videos that I watch are somebody just in a canoe.
Yeah, he doesn't want to like go up to an otter and take it from its mother.
No.
He wants to see an otter, and the otter's like, my paw's caught in a shell. And he's like, I got you. And then the otter's like, thank you forever with its little paws.
And then bring him anchovies every
swims up, and then you're kayaking, and it's like doing this to you. Like, that's what he wants. And I want it too, honestly. Who doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, do otters eat bread? Can we get a sourdough eating otter? That might be the perfect.
Eu acho que não come pão, não.
I don't know if they do.
Otter é foca, né?
They're probably.
Não come
we
pão.
have discussed maybe like carrying around cans of sardines just in case we run into one.
Eu tenho medo. Eu teria medo de dar pão pra lontra, pra foca.
Easier to conceptualize.
It seems pretty easy though. You just gotta go canoeing.
Which is also easier in principle than it is in practice for us in terms of just the weight balance on the water.
I'm on the hunt for a friend.
Right.
Yeah. Stuff you didn't know you needed to know, right, Jason?
I mean, I love otters. I don't know who doesn't love watching Instagram.
This is what life after Eras Tour is, though,
Yeah.
Jason. You gotta, it's so
Travis, I'm retired. I am all in on this. I want to bake. I just don't have the planning behind it. Taylor's a planner, and she's going to have the sourdough alive. We're not going to keep a sourdough alive.
I've folded. What is it?
He's actually done it. He's actually done it.
Yeah, I've made a loaf. You've had one of my loaves.
He's done all of it. Like we've set it up where it's like I've got a station and he's got a station and he's done all of it.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's actually baked too.
Yeah, I've stretched and folded before.
Yeah.
But there's just like something
I've
always slightly wrong with
all
it.
the flour.
No, his rose higher than mine. His was more delicious than mine. It's like, it's also,
no directions over here,
No
Jason.
chance.
I get into the whole...
No chance? Jason, you've had it and you said you loved it.
I'm not saying it's not good, but it's no ways as good as Taylor's.
That's not true.
I'm telling you.
Jason falando que não importa o que o Travis faça do pão, mesmo que ela ensine, não vai ser melhor que o da Taylor.
Oh my God. Oh, ew. the bacteria count.
What is the fungus in this that's on this one? No,
Yeah.
That's the sourdough, Jason.
There's like-
That's the sour. Okay.
Why is there chest hair in it?
Que nojo!
The apron's too low.
There's like chest hair in his, there's cat hair in mine. It's just like both of these are completely inedible.
Ela falou que no pão do Travis vai ter pelo do peito dele, no dela vai ter pelo de gato.
Labels. And so it's you can.
Como
you
pode
can
eu estar me
really
divertindo
go for
tanto,
it
né?
with
Tô
the
até um pouco
puns.
assustada.
You go. Are you ready for it?
Are you ready?
Ready?
Ah, não!
Flower Song is the slamming screen door. That's horrible. It's a loaf story. Baby, just say yeast.
Just say yeast.
Are you ready for it? Mano, eles são muito idiotas.
I should have said dough. No, it's
Eles são muito
horrible.
boiola.
Loafing him was bread. It's bad. You don't know that song, and that's okay.
I love you.
It wasn't on the tour.
Tour. So we do have this. I did fuck that up. 21
Sério,
countries.
mano?
Did you learn anything throughout the, like, is there anything at the end of the tour when you were wrapping up that you wish you had been doing the whole time? Is there anything you would do differently now that the entire tour is wrapped up?
No, I'm really glad that I didn't know it would have gone on as long as it did.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I got to like actually be prepared for this tour the way that I was, because, in previous tours, I had noticed that I would get on the tour and I'd have to like get my stamina up throughout the tour. And by the last quarter of the tour, I'd finally hit my stride stamina wise. And I'd be like, oh, I can do this easily every night.
Yeah.
I wanted to be at that point at the beginning of the Eras Tour. So that's why I did so much more training, so much more endurance training and cardio and stuff that, doesn't come naturally because I'm not an athlete. So it's like that stuff I have to really force myself to do.
Don't you say that. Don't you dare say that.
It's how I feel. And I don't even, it's not like I say that in a disparaging way. I don't care at all.
Okay, fair enough. But why do we take it that way? I don't know.
I'm like, I'm not an athlete and that's fine. Like I play instruments.
I take it that way because we're undefeated on the beer pong table. I've seen you throw a football.
No, that's not good. And that's not good.
It does.
No.
It does. You can.
No.
Spiral?
Yes.
You gotta be real
better than me.
Because it's not, there's no spiral. I don't think I've ever caught anything that's ever been thrown to me, near me,
I've seen it.
Around
You're just
me.
disinterested in being an athlete.
That's true.
Can you hit something with a stick? That's a telltale sign of an athlete. Good with a stick.
No, I don't know, Jason. I've never tried that. So it's like
we got to try this out now.
We're going out back
here's
after
the thing,
this.
right? My relationship with sports was like, I grew up in Pennsylvania. I always heard my dad yelling at the screen watching Eagles games. That was always the sports sounds that I heard in my house. However, I was up in my room playing guitar, learning instruments, playing piano. I was focused on different things. I was like so laser focused on music. And that's how I was in school. Like I would go to sporting events so that I could sing the national anthem. Like everything was a means to an end to get me to get to do music. Yeah. I know every halftime show.
Ela falou que só iria em eventos de esporte se fosse pra cantar o hino.
Travis,
quando ela era criança, ela cantava muito hino, inclusive, viu?
From the
muito.
You're just saying words.
It's one of my favorite parts.
Just telling lies.
Just see you just skipping down that runway.
Just looking like a giraffe that's limbs were put on all wrong.
Not everybody can skip, but not everybody can power skip in heels.
Yeah, in heels.
That takes athleticism.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Just saying.
What a unique compliment. So yeah, I definitely became obsessed with sports when it came to him. I'm competitive on his behalf, but like if you and me are going to go against each other in something athletic, like I'm going to let you win. Cause this to me, like, I don't see what do the points even mean if I'm doing it. I'm a fan of athletics and the sports. If I'm doing the sports, like I'm throwing like this. Cause I don't really care if it goes where it's supposed to go.
Interesting.
It doesn't bother me. And when I don't make the catch, I'm not embarrassed.
No?
That's fine.
She's a good teammate, so she'll give effort if it's teamed up. If it's individual sports, she's not going to care. But
ela é assim só com esporte mesmo, porque todo o resto ela é muito competitiva.
Or something like I'm really trying.
You're in. So you're a team sports.
Se for coisa de palavra, então ela parece uma maluca.
Absolutely.
I'm a team sports gal.
Yeah.
Put me on an Olympic one person trying to do some stuff sport. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I'm getting out of here. Yeah.
I'm doing this. I care.
Okay.
I'm doing this. I care. This. Care a lot.
We're doing this. We're kneading dough.
I don't care.
I
don't care if this happens. I don't care if this goes here. It's not part of my metrics for my self-worth.
All right. That's probably very healthy, to be honest with you.
Hey, I was like, as long as you're fine with this.
What? No, I'm completely fine with you being an athlete. Yeah.
I'm not an athlete. I'm never going to be.
You just missed the whole point.
Yeah.
What?
Gente, ela não aceita que ela é uma atleta. Minha filha. Minha mãe.
Do you have a favorite thing from the Eras Tour?
I have a lot of favorite things from the Eras Tour. I would look out and I would see a lot of bonding happening between generations of people.
Gosh, that's so true.
It was really wonderful. It was like the most incredible feeling in the world because I can see all that. I've got LASIK. I have incredible vision. Basically, the Eras Tour, I think one of my favorite things was when the fans would come up with their own traditions, right?
Oh, so cool.
Because I can plan a stage show that's like, we know exactly what's happening, when it's going to happen. It's very stage managed. It's a whole production, right? And I love to plan. But I also do love surprises. Like there's a time during the European of the Eras Tour, there's a song called Willow where we do a performance where we have these, it's a very witchy performance. Yep. We have these light up orbs and we're in cloaks and it's all very woo. The fans decided that they were going to bring their own light up orbs. And by that, I mean balloons that they would blow up in the audience. And then they would they would use their phone light behind it and create a light up orb. When I tell you, I looked out. Yeah. Or glow stick, whatever. Like they would figure out ways to illuminate them themselves. And it was insane to look out and see spontaneously thousands of these orbs just go up. And I'd just be like, I don't even know who organized this.
Yeah.
Was there a group text? How did you guys even do this? It was so cool. Special.
Yeah.
It felt like we were all part of something together in a way that couldn't be planned. And there's, as much as I love and relish in planning, it was really fun that they would do things to sort of delight me every once in a while. They had little chants. They had all these traditions. By the end of the tour, it was like Rocky Horror Picture Show, where they have their own
show, literally.
Right.
It was, I remember being in Gelsenkirchen, Germany.
And you know what?
What did you just say?
Gelsenkirchen.
Love is him learning that.
Yeah.
That's a city?
He came to Gelsenkirchen.
I think that's how you say it.
Supported me there.
I've never heard of this.
If you say it with a German accent, it probably sounds more like the actual city, but my American accent is Gelsenkirchen.
Gelsenkirchen.
And I remember seeing that part of the show, and they were literally doing circles and like putting the orbs up in the air and passing them to each other like they were performing.
It was so beautiful. They were so committed. I've never played for crowds that were as committed.
Yeah.
So I think I loved the event of it. Like I'm always trying to figure out how to make music into more of an event, right? How do we make it romantic? How do we make it something that people experience together? And, that's why I love vinyl. That's why I love, putting so much into the tour or a music video or events or activities for them to do or Easter eggs or little puzzles for them to solve. Like it's gotten to the point where it's just like, it's a little bit, people are like, the Easter eggs thing is getting a little Zodiac killer at this point. I'm like, as long as they like it, you know.
How do you go about like knowing how to do an Easter egg? I don't even know, like, where does that process start? Are you like,
well, I have some parameters.
What is the art of the Easter egg?
The art of the Easter egg is that there's do's and don'ts, right? Like I'm never going to plant an Easter egg that ties back to my personal life. It's always going to be towards music or a musical, something I'm coming up with, something I have coming up, a plan I have coming together, something that you don't know I'm saying for a specific reason that you hear later and you'll go back and be like, oh my God. Like I think my favorite one of those was I was given an honorary doctorate from NYU and I made the commencement speech and I put so many lyrical Easter eggs in that speech that when the Midnights album came out after that, the fans were like, the whole speech was an Easter egg. And that's, for me, that's really fun because they find it fun.
For sure.
And also just, I love numerology. I love math stuff. I love dates. I love that stuff like I find really fun. And I want Easter eggs to be a certain thing where like, if you are a part of the fandom and you want to experience like music in a normal way, then you don't even see these. You don't even care what that thing is.
Se você for uma pessoa normal, você não
under
liga.
that dimly lit, flickering light over there that's upside down, backwards, in Braille. You don't need to know what that is.
Cara dele olhando pra ela.
But if you want to look at that.
But if you do,
then it's there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like if you know, you know.
If you're in the know,
you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then you know.
Let's talk about something I don't know. What is numerology? You threw that phrase out there like that's a comment. What is numerology?
You don't know what numerology is, Jason?
I'm assuming something with numbers.
Yeah, like I'm 87 and she's 13.
Yeah, literally it's that simple. Just numbers.
And 100.
Yeah, 13 plus 87 equals 100. That's numerology. Like
but what is
numbers that have a specific significance. Like, yeah, exactly. Like it's do you not keep it 100 ever?
I'm trying to. I attempt to.
It's crazy that you don't.
What numbers
Quando ela cantou Mary Soul, sabe, pra ele.
Kylie, I don't know how to do this.
It's okay. It's not for everyone.
My favorite number is 13, though. It always has been. Travis.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's part of the numerology of why we're dating.
Okay.
Part of it.
Okay.
It's been in my life, my whole
Right?
life.
Travis likes people that like the number 13.
Yeah.
I
What
love
does
them.
liking the number 13 say about us, though?
It says that we're family in trichodectophilia, I think it is the
What?
obsession with.
No, man.
With
It's
13.
every day, dude. This is every day.
That's a real
You
thing.
know what that means.
is every day.
He knows what this means.
Trichodecophilia. So that's the obsession with specifically number 13 or something. I'm sorry.
Yeah, triskaidekaphobia is when you hate 13.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Triskaidekaphilia is when you love it.
Philia is love. I don't know why. I think it was like everybody else was afraid of number 13. So I'm like, yeah,
That's
I like
a phobia.
13.
That's a phobia.
okay.
Yeah, you're just being contrarian, which I love. I love that about you.
All right. Well,
You're just like, you want to do this? I'm going to do this.
that's exactly how I sound.
Oh, Jason.
Let's get
Jason.
all right. Favorite thing about the Eras Tour was, besides going to it and just being like this amazed at everything. I think I was on another podcast recently, just like all of the songs, everything you just talked about, where it changes so much, right? There's something new every 20, 30 seconds. It was incredible. The nonstop length of it. But I'm going to be remiss if I don't say one of the things that I loved is watching Travis Kelce get on the stage, the man in the tuxedo.
It was so good. It was so special. That was like, we were like, that came out because we were just we thought we were doing a bit. Like we both thought we were just joking. Because a lot of what we're saying is like inside of a bit and we're laughing the whole time. And every once in a while, one of us would be like, are you serious? Like I could be. I could be serious. Are you serious?
I was serious in terrifying fashion. I was like, yeah.
It was like wouldn't it be funny if kind
It'd
of
be
thing.
fun.
Yep.
And
I would try not to fuck this up.
It was
no, the show's perfect. You don't want to fuck the show up, do you, Taylor?
but I knew you were going to be down for I knew you were, if you wanted to do it. Like I was never going to pressure you to do it. But the fact that when we were talking about it, we were joking, I saw that little twinkle in your eye where I was like, oh, he wants to do it.
You want me to go
He
on
wants
stage?
to do it.
He wants to.
Do you want me to go on stage?
Yeah. And you got up there.
I'll do it.
You were so good. Every single beat, his comedic timing is crazy. Like,
It is good.
and when the lights are bright, he slows down time. Like that's when he.
Well, no, I just black
Thrives.
out and hope that it ends out like perfect.
That's you said.
That's
you and I are
just-
saying the same
That
thing.
just I did. I
a big
honestly,
blackout,
yeah.
Ela falando
Yeah.
que ele foi perfeito quando ele participou da Deras. E ele falou, na verdade, eu tive um blackout, eu não fazia ideia do que eu tava fazendo, tava em pânico, e
Looking
foi
at
isso.
you. And I
Oh, yeah.
was just like, blackout.
You looked so good. It was so amazing. Like it was one of the loudest, if
Sorry,
not the
man.
loudest screams I've ever heard on the tour.
It was insane.
Não
It
foi,
really
foi aqui
was.
no Brasil.
How
daí.
many, Trav, you played football in some of the biggest stadiums you've been in
there's
front.
nothing
People have
like
been staring
this.
at your whole life. What
nothing
was
like
that
this.
moment like?
There's nothing like this.
Were you
I felt
nervous?
like an ant.
Were
I
you
felt
nervous?
like the smallest piece of life ever. Like that entire stadium, the
Yeah.
floor. Of that
Ele falou que se sentiu uma formiga.
Holy, I didn't know this place felt like this. Oh my gosh. What is going on? I have to pick her up now. Okay, here we go. Don't drop her. Don't drop her.
Don't drop the
So
baby.
funny
Don't
that
drop the
that was that
baby.
you were actually scared about that. You could like throw me over a mountain and like climb
I
the
don't-
mountain and
listen,
catch me on the other
listen.
side. Like
Football players drop balls all the time. This is not a.
oh my god, it was so good. It was London. It was Wembley Stadium. It was.
Yep.
Those were such
Ah,
special shows.
foi quando eu
And we
não
had
tava.
just wasn't this the week that I got to watch Jason meet the royal family?
It was.
It was.
Foi.
Yeah, I knew you were serious when I was like, Jason, do you want to go meet?
And he was like,
and I-
what do I do with my beer?
Yeah, I watched him have this moment with his beer where he's just like, but I want to take it, but I know that I probably should not take it.
That's right.
I watched this happen, and it was kind of the most
What do I
amazing.
do when I meet?
I like that
bow?
you picked up on it because that was
I bow?
exactly what was going
Yeah,
to
if
my
I
head.
don't if I don't have my beer, what do I do with this hand now?
Is it
like-
disrespectful to have a beer when you
Yeah.
need royalty?
Or am I just like being authentic by having the beer? I would normally have the beer. Wouldn't they want me to be myself? I'm watching you say that in your head.
Yep.
And it was fantastic. I don't
Such
know.
a-
I'll always
such a
remember
fun
that.
memory.
I was just like, I'll always remember meeting you for the first time, Jason.
Do we need to talk about that? That time I did hold on to my beer.
You did.
What was, I guess you brought it up. What was that first impression like? Did you know I was told to be on my best behavior?
I didn't know what you were told, but I did know that one of the first things I saw was like, you say to Kylie, I was just shotgunning beers with the Bills Mafia, and I really want to go through one of the fire tables.
Yep.
I want to jump through it. I want to jump onto the flaming table. And she goes, okay, can we not do that right now?
Yeah, guy.
And since then, I've heard her say that exact thing to your 4-year-old about like, mommy, I want to throw this pudding on the wall. Wouldn't that be fun? Can we not do it right now?
That's a common phrase for.
And so I meet you. You're exactly as I thought you would be. Kylie is exactly as I thought she would be. Just like the realest, the smartest, the coolest. You're fantastic. Obviously, you know that. And then I swear to God, Jason, you flew through the window at light speed. I've never seen someone so big move so fast.
Mano, aquilo foi bizarro,
It's like, you know when you see a cricket and it's here?
Yeah.
And then it's gone and it's 16 feet that way. You're like, did it just jump that way? How did it do that?
And he gets more athletic the more beers.
I mean, it's real.
It was wild.
I really should have played in the NFL drunk. I think it would have been better.
You know what? At this point, I would never argue with that. And all of a sudden, like, you're out there in the snow. You're handing me children through the window.
Kylie Kelsey, a esposa do Jason.
It was... And like, I think it actually was. And I'm
She's
really
like,
grateful.
Taylor. I was like, you want to see Taylor? I got you. Let's go.
We're going.
Whose kid is that, Jason?
Don't know.
You know where this kid came from? It was. I think it was the best moment. And I think I'm very lucky to have gotten to see it. I love this like new world that Travis has shown me because it's so fun. It's so exciting. There's so much pressure on these players that I kind of was like, I've only ever been in music and been like, you know, seeing that. But the pressure on sports is just such a different type that I have such a respect for everyone. Like everyone I meet on this team, like everyone I see doing this, I'm just like, you've been focused on this since you were a kid. And it shows. Well,
and I'm sure there's a lot of relatability there. Anybody trying to be the best at what they do and dedicating their lives to it. I mean, yeah.
And I've been so lucky because I never have gotten to see what the suite looks like when I play the game.
Because they didn't have a camera.
I never get to see my friends and family. So now whenever I make a play, I get to see it, what it actually looks like, how much fun they're having, what, the type of support that I get and how crazy it gets. So the Vegas Super Bowl, there was a camera on the suite, and when Nicole scored that touchdown, and to see everybody in that suite start jumping on each other.
People are body slamming each other into other rooms. It was so violent.
It's giving me the chills right now.
Everybody.
I'm the luckiest guy in the world.
That video.
To get everybody going crazy.
People went down. Like, there were people punching each other. It was like absolute chaos. And like, I have every memory of that. Like every memory of that moment is intact, but it's just like screaming and thrashing around and trying not to be taken down by this undertow of your friends going absolutely apeshit.
I loved every bit of it.
Oh, it was so insane.
I mean, the suite that is the Travis Kelce suite that has been happening. What was your first impression of that? Of everybody in there? Who's the MVP of the suite? Who's the MVP of the suite?
Okay, so he's got, which is an incredible, like a huge green flag, is that Travis has had the same friends since he's probably 4 years old.
Yes.
Literally.
And he's incredibly good at maintaining friendships, and he's so loyal, and his friends are equally loyal, and they're just the funniest, most hilarious.
Ela sabe muito, mano.
Yeah, and you want to talk about green flags. The first game she went to, the Bears game, she literally went through the front door of the stadium.
Yeah, we walked right in.
Just right in, like general admission.
Ele falou, não, eu consigo deixar tudo pra ti lá atrás e tal. E ela não.
Everybody on the bus to the game.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just like, oh, she's just in it. Yeah. She's down for the ride. She's here for the fun. She's like, I'll fucking go. I'll go through the mud. I'll be a part of Chiefs Kingdom.
Like, if this is where we walk in, this is where we walk in. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have an alternative. I'm like, we just played here 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And we went a different way, but I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to backseat drive this shit.
What was that like? What were people doing?
I remember using, like, Ross was like,
Yep.
Ross is so tall and so broad
Ross.
that it's like that helps a lot. And then just, you have a lot of other just like big bulky dudes that you're friends with.
Yeah.
Yep.
Green flag, not threatened by other guys.
That's right. At all.
I was walking in with, I had a hat on and I had a mask on, and I'm walking in just in the front. We're walking in with thousands of people in Arrowhead, and nobody noticed.
Oh my gosh.
There were rumors that we had
Nobody
been
was-
seeing each other, but I think people were like,
remember that, yeah.
what would they talk about?
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah. I hinted
Fair.
on the Pat McAfee show
Mano,
that I
ela
was gonna
entrou
see if
com
he would,
chapéu
be
e
willing to come see me
máscara
off the
na
stage
primeira
at
vez que eles se
Arrowhead.
viram.
I've
Yep. Saw
seen
her.
you make the stadium.
But
so
nobody
nice.
was like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna
Yeah.
see her there, and we're
Nobody
gonna see her
believed
coming
me.
in through general admission.
No way this guy landed her. No chance.
Hey.
No chance that
Gente,
whole podcast
eu só vou
thing
ver depois
I didn't believe
do
what you told me.
podcast,
You
senão eu vou surtar.
I did. Yeah.
Eu quero ouvir
You
ela.
summoned me, here I am.
Andy Reid has recently revealed that he was the one who set you guys up. How true is this revelation by Big Red?
Whatever Andy Reid
Cupid.
says, we're gonna stand by.
We're not going to refute anything.
He says it.
Cupid,
That's what
Big
happened.
Red. It's all the same.
That's what happened. He's been friends with my dad. My dad is the most social man who's ever been born.
Shout out to Scott.
I was about to say, who's not friends with Scott?
He's just a maniac. He will make a
my
friend
guy.
in an airport in 1971, have a 5-minute conversation, and still be talking to that dude twice a week now.
Meu irmão do meio.
But he's like that with everyone he meets. Like he's able to have very many, very meaningful relationships. And it's a skill.
It's a talent.
Yeah.
It is.
It is a mind-boggling talent that I've only known him to have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
It's impressive.
savant.
It is impressive.
He's a savant.
Impressive.
Social savant, my dad. And so he knows Andy, and Andy's been coming to shows for years and stuff like that. So I've always had like a really positive vibe about Andy Reid.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what the sports were that he was doing, but I knew that was my dad's friend, Andy Reid.
You knew he was really
I
good.
now know he is literally the most iconic, legendary
Yes.
coach of all time.
Yeah.
And
Right.
like from the way that you talk about him, his leadership style is I respect it so much.
Right.
Because I feel like it's done without like aggression or raising your voice or losing your composure.
No,
It's all
he
very
will-
composed
he
and
will-
focused.
Can happen.
He will rip you apart for sure.
But, like, not in
you
a-
got to be really like
But
not
I feel
running
like
the
it's-
plays he's calling.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, but it's not done. It's not overdone, right? Like if
No,
you get
no.
it from him, you deserve it, and
You
you're
know
going to
he's-
shape up.
Exactly.
That's what I heard from
exactly.
you.
And
Yep.
there's validity to it. There's such a genuine like want to get better
Mm-hmm.
that him getting you to like do it the right way is it's like a disciplinary thing. It's just like he wouldn't be doing it unless he saw the greatness in you or he saw your ability to get it right, and he wouldn't be doing it this way if it was any other
Yeah,
way, if that makes sense.
it's
It
like,
does.
there's a lot of heart.
Yeah, there's a stoicism too, which makes the heart when he shows it to you. And I think this is what you're kind of
Mas
saying too.
ele é muito idiota por ela.
composed and so like locked in. And then all of a sudden, when he does show that little bit of like warmth, it's like, oh, there's that teddy bear. I see him.
Yeah,
in
he's
there.
funny. He's
And then-
cheeky.
Yeah, and then
But it's like
when-
everything has a reason. Like
Yeah.
everything is very like intentional. He's like, I feel like he like coaches and lives in a very intentional way, which I think
Yes.
is really awesome. And it's just like a great leadership style.
Yeah, there's a layer of trust and there's a layer of like discipline where you're gonna have some fun playing for him, but
Yeah.
you're gonna know when you got to flip that switch
Yeah.
to be serious and be on point. And
É
and
muito
do it his
difícil
way.
treinar
He
as
says it all the
pessoas e
time. He's got
liderar as pessoas num
51%.
todo.
I was like, yeah,
Em qualquer área.
Yeah.
Imagina
Every
sendo técnico.
I always feel like when you lose your shit, you lose your leadership. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
It's just kind of something I've always kind of tried to administer
Yeah, he's
in
always very
what I'm
composed.
doing.
Sim,
But
mano.
he's a huge role model for that, of how he motivates people and how he does so without flying off the handle, and is just very focused on what the right thing is at the right moment.
Yes.
You know?
Yep. So so did Andy tell Scott something? Is that what I'm trying to? What did Andy say to Scott?
I mean, okay, so when you guys did the full send on the podcast,
yes.
there was a yes.
and he was like, "You want to date me?" and everybody heard it it was the shooting your shot heard around the world.
Yes.
Basically, everyone who likes you, which is a lot of people, started reaching out to everyone who knows me. I think it was like
Mano, ele
Andy
jogou
was
pro mundo
vouching
mesmo.
for you. I think it was my relatives, my cousins were like,
love you,
please,
Andy.
please. He's amazing. There were friends that were like, he's actually an amazing guy. Like, he's so great. There was a lot of kind of people whispering in my ear about you. And I actually, that's not normal. Like, it's not normal. There are people just willing to go to bat for you and be like, you don't understand. This guy's incredible.
Oh, well, Andy, well done.
Yeah. Thank you, Andy.
And Scott, thank you.
There we go, Scott. Speaking of which, how's Scott doing? He's doing good?
So he is doing incredibly well. My dad had an interesting summer. He actually had a quintuple bypass surgery, and that's a really intense surgery.
Yeah.
So it all happened really quick. He went in. I know he would want me to say this because he really he learned a lot through this process. He's had a healthy, perfect EKG every year that he's gone in to get his physicals.
Yeah.
Perfect EKG.
Yeah.
But what found his 5 hard blockages in his heart was a resting stress test. So he's been telling all his friends, you need to get the stress test because that's what's actually preventative. If you can find that earlier, you don't have to have a bypass surgery. You can sort out those blockages with stents and things that are a lot less invasive. So he finds out that he's got these blockages. They're like, we got to do this like tomorrow.
Yeah.
You shouldn't, like, we don't know how you walked in here, dude. This is crazy. So
A cirurgia do meu pai foi
he was,
assim.
of course, saying to our family, he was
Loucura,
like,
mano.
you guys are busy. I don't want you guys to have
O
to
médico falou, tipo
come
assim,
here. Like,
tu precisa
you don't have to
fazer
get busy. Like,
no
just
máximo
you don't have to do
Being
this.
the
final dessa
brave
semana.
dad, the strong
Eu não sei
dad
como
that,
tu tá
you know,
vivo. Ele
He
literalmente
said
falou isso.
something about like when a cat is injured, it curls up around a tree and heals itself. I was like, Dad, cats don't have quintuple bypass surgery.
He tried to relate.
That's
tried to relate
wild.
to you.
You're
He was
just
like,
saying stuff now. That doesn't mean anything to me. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to come there.
Yeah.
All right. Like,
Yeah.
so he wakes up from surgery and it's my mom, my brother, and me and his best friend. And he comes out of surgery and he did like a comedy set for like 15 minutes. He was the funniest he's ever been. And he's usually really funny, but he's like, we didn't know how many blockages he had. And I was like, Dad, you had a quintuple bypass. You had 5. That's crazy. It's more than we thought. And he's like, well, you see, I come from a very competitive family. It was kind of wild because it was very parent-child reversal.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. Like my brother and my mom and I were each taking shifts in the ICU and staying with them 24/7. And I remember when I was a teenager, my parents would always, the big fight we always had is I'd sneak my cell phone into my room and be talking to my best friend Abigail under the covers all night. And they'd be like, you have a test tomorrow. You need to rest. We're taking your phone, whatever.
Yeah.
I'd get to the hospital. My brother will have done the night shift and he's like, Tay, you got to take his phone. I caught him FaceTiming his friends all night. He needs his rest.
Quando isso acontece é muito doido, né? Quando inverte os
like one of the
papéis.
main things you need.
E a gente tem que ser pai dos nossos pais.
Yeah.
Recover.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not taking his phone. He'll get mad. He's like, I'm not taking his phone. You got to be the one to take his phone. I'm like, I'm not doing it. My mom's like, I don't want to do it. My mom. So we're just like, it's like we've got we've got to take our teenage son's phone away from him because he's FaceTiming all night. He came out of surgery, tried to give guitar picks to all the nurses and doctors, but he wasn't wearing pants, didn't have pockets, hospital gown. You know, I'm having these moments where I'm like, this dude built play sets and swing sets and cribs for me. I'm building his shower chair and his walker and his like bed that goes like this. Like, it's just surreal, man. And you're like, you know, we just all moved in with him for the whole summer pretty much. And just, you know, cause you can't really walk on your own. We had a little harness for my dad, just like walking dad on his harness. And he was like the loveliest patient ever. He just kept saying thank you over and over again. So
guy was full of life, man.
Yeah.
He was appreciative that he caught it.
And he still is.
Yeah. You know it.
We had the FaceTime with them last time we were together, and I was like, yeah, he hasn't changed.
Eu entendo que vocês, que eu sou uma criadora de conteúdo, né? Mas eu sou fã dessa mulher que está falando, então eu quero ouvir ela falando. O máximo que ela falar. Eu entendo que é legal, tipo, ver na hora as coisas que saem. Eu não vi as capas ainda novas, porque eu quero ouvir ela falando. Então, Eu já vou ver. Eu não vou demorar pra ver. Tem mais, tipo, 10 minutos de podcast no máximo.
Like, new arteries, new me.
Eu quero, antes de ser criadora de conteúdo, literalmente antes disso, eu era fã dela, sabe, já. Eu tô feliz de ver ela falar, não sei.
But she's doing great.
Mas eu já vou ver as capas bem
tranquilas. This is just like the summer of my parental upgrades. Like, we're just upgrading the parents, making sure that they live to be at least 186 years old.
Huge.
Because they're two of my best friends, and I just adore them. And it was actually one of the most special things that's ever happened to me, like spending all that time with them this summer and
não é tipo, não é dando bronca nem nada, gente. Tipo, é porque realmente deve ter saído das capas, o povo vem doido, já viu, mas eu tô focada no podcast agora.
Right? My parents' friend Tina sends over a loaf.
Shout out Tina!
That's my girl.
Love you. Thank you, Tina.
Sends over like the best loaf of bread I've ever had in my life. To call it bread feels really, honestly, sort of like
it's gold.
Sort of like minimizing what this was,
it's modern day gold.
So I'm like, I need to know how to do this. I go over to Tina's house. She teaches me how to do it. She gives me some of her starter. Life is never the same. Okay. All these things are happening in Florida. Travis is doing his training. He's like, look at him.
In Florida. I'm in
Look at him. And he's so fast and he can jump so high.
Mas ela é muito boba. Olha, tipo, olha ela falando.
It's one hell of a drug.
Really Florida'd it up.
Florida. Yeah, no doubt. All right. How many people have come up to you guys and talking about or spoken about how much they've appreciated you being a part of the Chiefs and like their daughters all of a sudden being into sports? Because I get it all the time. Yeah. I can't imagine how much you guys get it. How much the game has grown.
It definitely feels like a lot of people say that to us, which is really kind because there was never a thought in either of our heads that was going to be. I had
no idea. That was a pleasant surprise. Seeing all the little girls in the stands at games, and you could see a proud father right there standing next to him. It's definitely been fun to see that. Like. Surprise.
You know, I think a lot of the women and girls, maybe they like watched one game to see me cheer on my boyfriend or whatever. But if they stayed, which is what people are saying based on the numbers, that's because the game is so great and it's such an amazing, interesting thing to learn about.
I will say it was cool to see the comparison of it all because the way she runs her tour, her show, her like team and everything like that is very like team friendly. There are similarities in terms of her athleticism.
Yeah.
What she's doing for 3 hours.
I was screaming. I was screaming for 40 seconds during the intro, and I'm out of breath.
That's what I'm saying. But the preparation it takes to get there. We can work on that.
I got a whole regimen for you.
Okay,
we'll get you on the tour prep. It'll be great.
Perfect.
The goals that you set for yourself to achieve, like it's very like there are some similarities that I thought you found like. I don't know, like fascinating that you kind of have that same regimen going into stuff. And I thought that was fun for me to at least see when I saw you on tour and saw how much of a team you guys were.
On paper, like we actually kind of have a very similar job. Like our job is to entertain people for 3+ hours in NFL stadiums. And it's like when I'm there, it's called a dressing room. When Travis is there, it's called a locker room.
Yep,
for me, it's called a rehearsal. For him, it's called a practice. For him, it's called his coach. For me, it's my mom.
Yeah.
So there will be times for like game versus show, right? I'll be like, baby, how was the show? Game. How was the rehearsal? The practice. Field, stage, they're the same thing. We just call them different things.
Yes,
Very
exactly.
True.
It was cool to see the comparisons and how it kind of, I don't know, both aligned. And how hard she works in the gym. We've been to the gym like numerous times, and she works harder than me every time.
That's not true. That's crazy. You can like squat lift a car.
Okay.
He's just saying words.
That's just genetic.
He's just saying
baby.
words.
That's one rep. That's one rep.
Falando que ele é frango e ela não, que ela é marumbona.
Yeah.
I've heard about we've talked about the treadmill walk-in while you're doing the whole show and like all of it. We can't walk for 4 hours, Kevin. When's the last time you walked for 4 hours, Travis?
I've never even tried that. I'm not stupid enough to try something like that. Getting that, my knees would be shredded.
Oh my God.
So one of the other things that's been crazy to witness is just the media attention, right? Like I think you play in the NFL, attention? You think
on the two of us.
Let me. Yeah. Yes. Okay. The media attention on your guys' relationship, on the amount of people that talk about it constantly, the theories that are out there, of which I am probably way too invested in. How do you guys handle all of the noise and chatter about everything that's going on in both of your lives?
We don't really. I don't see a lot of things. I'm of the firm belief that, like, you know, if you're basing your if you're getting your feedback from the internet or from comments and stuff, like, I just really think that, like, anything you feed your brain, it will internalize. Anything you feed the internet, it will kill.
Yeah.
And I've been in the music industry for 20 years. It's pretty hard to hurt my feelings at this point.
She's a pro, and it took me a little while to be a pro about it. I think initially, and there's still some like wacko theories from the beginning that I was very like, oh no, like, how is she handling this? I don't like, the last thing I wanted to do is screw this up. Yeah. So I'm like, in my mind is like, her being so calm, cool, collected, and so just real and understanding about everything that's going on really made me grow up real fast in that aspect of things.
But also, I think the fact that you genuinely find a lot of online discourse to be truly hilarious.
Absolutely.
And hilarious. That changes things for me, because
discourse and truth.
You know,
find the humor in it. Find the humor in it.
If he's seeing things and he thinks it's funny and it doesn't even affect his day at all, like, that's really completely bled into the way that I metabolize these things. It's at a point where, like, something can be about me, like my name can be in the actual headline, and it can still be none of my business.
Okay.
Like, people might be out here doing too much.
Just shaking ass.
Doesn't mean I have to do a damn thing.
Yeah.
We live in such a social media moment where a lot of people's identities and they get their feedback from that, right? Like, and I'm a real constructive criticism guy. Like, give me constructive criticism all day. I will take it.
Coach me up.
It'll fuel me.
She's an athlete, dude.
It's helpful, right? But I have so many like friends or acquaintances or people where, like, they'll see one comment they don't like,
right,
and it will ruin their day. It'll ruin their night. Like, and I just want to say to them, like, you should think of your energy as if it's expensive, as if it's like a luxury item. Not everyone can afford it. Yep. Like, not everyone has invested in you in order to be able to have the capital for you to care about this.
Right.
Because, like, what you spend your energy on, that's the day.
And it's so true.
Right? Like, it doesn't matter where you were. Like, maybe you went to go get coffee today. Maybe you saw friends today. If you were obsessing over one thing that you saw, like, you literally, like, saw some guy call you mid, and you can't stop thinking about it.
No, he did not.
You can't stop thinking about it. Dude, that's the day then. That's the night then. And so I've been able to sort of mediate a really healthy relationship with not seeing a whole lot.
To what you just said too, and social media expounds all this, because everybody knows if they say one thing, but all of a sudden they put Taylor Swift attached to it, it's going to get 1,000 more retweets and likes and hate comments or love comments or whatever. It's going to stir up tons of controversy.
Totally.
And I get this way all the time, where I just recently went into the facility with Cam Jurgens, and something was happening like in the social media world that I was like, why are people like upset at this person? This is bullshit, yada, yada. And Cam just hit me with like, are they really though? Or did just one person say something? Because I used to get the same way, where I'd get upset. And then it took me like, actually, nobody really gives a shit about this.
Jason's early Twitter years. Oh, baby.
Oh, my God.
Oh, baby. He had to get off. He had to literally step away.
It hit me right between the eyes.
Because he would respond to, I wouldn't say everybody, but he wasn't shy of letting people know how he felt on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. No,
based off of their comments. It was honestly, Philadelphia, you guys know this, it was a treat. And it's become a treat again now that he's back on, because you'll have a friendly conversation.
Twitter used to be like a different thing, right? Like, you remember Twitter. You're like, I fed a squirrel ate a piece of bread. Didn't know they ate bread like that. Straight smashed it.
Now that there's autocorrect, I need to get back on Twitter.
Used to be, right? I'm like, I need a pair of scissors to open these scissors. Like, we're just thinking things, right? It's like a different thing now. And it's kind of about like, information is power, I guess, unless all of your information is geared towards you thinking that everything is about you. Because, not everyone is ever thinking about one person all the time at any point. It's just like, if your algorithm is giving you either criticisms of yourself or adulation or praise, you're creating an ecosystem in which you're the centerpiece of the table. And I just don't think that's healthy. Like, that's not the way I want to move through the world. So I do detach from the internet in a huge way. Like, I'm just not, I have had my comments disabled on Instagram for like 10 years now.
Yeah.
And
it's very smart.
I don't miss it.
Yeah. I found that out after the Eras tour. Comments were going to be the first way.
Dude, the problem is I get so mad. I then go and look at all the other comments, and then Twitter just feeds me more.
And dude, you're on like Reddit.
It's like, so we saw that you like
boom,
this.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I'm like, I don't know what this is, but get it out of my office. It's on fire.
Yeah.
My business is making music and taking care of my fans. And I have ways of monitoring what they want from me and how best to entertain them, which is my job.
Yeah.
And everything else, I'm just sort of like, it's not my business. I have actual business that I need to run. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine if we just talked about what people said about our relationship?
Yeah.
Because if we talked about that, that would be all we talked about, because there's so much chatter. It's like, we're busy having an actual relationship.
I want to hear sourdough bread puns.
Yeah. And you will. And that's a promise.
All right. Let's get to the part of this show that I think is what everybody is going to be talking about.
Do I get to say it? Do I get to say, I get to say the two words? Yes.
Well, I think we're going to try.
This is
first
what
of all, you can do whatever you want, Taylor. We're not going to review. This is very much whatever. I want to work within
the framework of the podcast. I'm a fan of the podcast.
Typically, we would allow the guest to say new news.
Yeah, I want to do it.
But with Zach Brown, we had another bit that we did. I don't know if you saw.
I don't know if we can get
harmonized.
Back to this. I forgot everything that Zach taught me already.
All right, let's just let the expert take care of this.
Okay, I wanted to scream it.
Taylor,
just Travis style. Do you want me to start it or echo it?
I think Taylor has a little bit of new news.
Yay! She's a natural. She's a natural.
It was as fun as I thought it was going to be. Oh, it was everything. It was everything and more.
We did talk about Easter eggs earlier.
Yeah.
And at the very last Eras tour, you didn't take the lift. You did not. You went upstage and exited through an orange door. Why did you change the ending?
So I'm happy you mentioned that.
I was about to say, Jason,
did you see that the fans noticed this? Because I was pretty proud of them for noticing that.
They noticed everything.
I was surfing the internet and saw something.
Yeah. So that was, I was pretty happy that they noticed that. I was like, trained them well. So basically every night of the Eras tour,
they know everything happens with a reason. Taylor's a planner. She's not just a random orange door.
Everywhere.
What's happening there? Why? Anyway, so I would leave the stage every night going down the elevator lift. That's how every single Eras show ended, except for the last one, where I exited through a door, an orange door to be specific. And
orange.
That actually was an Easter egg. Basically, the reason why I chose to exit that way is because I kind of wanted to give a little subliminal hint to the fans that I may be leaving the Eras Tour era, but I was also entering
a new era.
A cara do Travis, meu Deus.
Show you something?
Okay. What do we got?
Ele é mais empolgado que qualquer pessoa.
A briefcase.
Yep.
Mint green with TS on it.
Yep.
What's in it?
This is my brand new album.
We got TS12, baby.
This is my brand new album. It's called The Life of a Showgirl.
Love it.
It was something that I was working on while I was in Europe on the Eras tour.
While you were on tour.
I was working. I would be on tour.
How on earth did she do this on the tour is still blowing my mind.
I just love it. I just love it a lot. I love music. I would be playing shows. I'd do like 3 shows in a row. I'd have 3 days off. I'd fly to Sweden, go back to the tour, and actually like working on this. I was physically exhausted.
Ela gravou da Suécia e tudo por causa do Max Martin.
Mentally stimulated and so excited to be creating.
Oh,
and
wow.
this is...
And literally living the life of a showgirl.
I was.
While she wrote it.
That's why I called it that. Nailed
Love
it.
it.
So, do you want to see the back cover?
I would love to see all of it. Yes.
Back cover is where we find the 12 tracks for my 12.
12 tracks.
12
Bangers.
album.
Não
this
vai ter
is-
só 12, eu nunca
we
mais vou
got
acreditar
all-
nisso.
What are they?
So we got track 1, The Fate of Ophelia.
Okay.
Track
Do you
2.
know-
Tá.
Okay, go ahead. I was
You
going to say,
wanna
do
talk about-
you know what Fate of Ophelia
you
is?
wanna talk about
keep
Hamlet?
going.
Hamlet.
I don't want to get Jason all riled up.
Yeah.
So we can just go through the
We
track.
can talk
Okay.
about it
Okay.
later.
Yeah.
Track 2, Elizabeth Taylor.
Okay.
You know who Elizabeth Taylor is?
You better.
I'm just kind of following along.
Okay. All right.
Track 3, Opalite.
Opalite.
You know what Opalite is, Jason?
Why can we stop asking me? if I
Okay,
know?
I'm done. I'm done asking Jason things.
He's like, I hate this
I
structure
know
of the
a
conversation.
lot about this album, and I'm excited.
Track 4, Father Figure.
Father figure.
Não
Track
quero ver essa.
5, Eldest Daughter.
Nem
Track
essa.
6, Ruin the Friendship. Track 7, Actually Romantic.
Actually romantic.
Track 8,
I wonder who that
Wish List with $2 as the S's. Just thought I'd point that out. Grammatical
go.
flourish. Track 9, Wood.
would. Nice.
Track 10, Canceled, but it's in all caps with an exclamation point at the end.
That's a banger.
Track 11, Honey.
Honey.
And can you do drum roll? Last track, track 12, the title track, The Life of a Showgirl, featuring Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter. That's awesome.
So that's that.
Yes.
Yeah, and so
That's
then
Showgirl.
we got
That is a showgirl.
got this orange vinyl
it's orange.
here.
Nossa,
Yeah,
que
it is.
lindo.
And sparkly.
Entering a new era.
Because-
Tem
Sparkling.
glitter por todo
Very
ele.
nice.
So what is the significance of the
Filho.
color orange? Why orange?
I've just always liked it, Jason. It really
it's
feels
not-
like
É porque não tem
I
uma
don't know,
era
it feels
ainda
like, it
laranja.
feels like kind of energetically how my life has felt. And this album is about what was going on behind the scenes in my inner life during this tour, which was so exuberant and electric and vibrant. And, you know, one of the things about this record is like, it's a record I made with my mentor, Max Martin, and Shellback. And the three of us have made some of my favorite songs that I've ever
O nosso
done
mentor.
before.
Which ones, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, they were my main collaborators on the Red album. We did We Are Never Getting Back Together, I Knew You Were Trouble, 22, Shake It Off, Blank Space, Style, Wildest Dreams.
Oh, hell yes.
Ready for it.
Ready for it.
So that's the energy
Delicate.
we're going with. Yes, I understand why it's orange now. Okay.
So yeah, we've made songs that I'm so proud of.
There's going to be some fucking bangers. Yes, I'm picking it up.
Dude,
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
telling
that.
you, it's
Yeah,
12.
it's like that. And so basically, we've never actually made an album before where it's just the three of us. There's no other collaborators. It's just the three of us making a focused album where, I mean, it felt like catching lightning in a bottle, honestly.
Yeah.
We hadn't worked together in like 7 or 8 years. And
This feeds.
they're
They're
just
awesome.
there's something about them. These guys, they're just geniuses in different avenues, in different
Igual tu.
ways. And we kind of, I'm going to put it down.
Oh, sure.
I've just
hold it.
never like this. Today's the first day I've seen it. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, So Travis is just going to cradle it the whole time.
Don't drop the baby.
I will not drop this baby.
So it's like working with them again was absolutely incredible. And actually, when I was on tour in Stockholm, I had Max Martin come out to the show, and I was talking to him, and I was like, I just feel like we could just knock it out of the park if we went back in and we did this all in Sweden, and it was just us three. Like, I essentially said to him, I want to be as proud of an album as I am of the Eras tour, and for the same reasons, you know.
Okay.
And And he was like, do you understand what kind of pressure that is?
Yeah, that is okay.
I was like, yeah.
Why
like,
would you? Yeah, we can try.
Let's
So
go.
your entire career, got it. Yeah, we can do that.
Não,
in one
ela
album.
fez só em 3 pessoas. Ela, Max
okay.
Martin,
So
Max
it's
Martin,
like,
Shelby.
you know, I spent time in the time that we were off doing different projects, and he and Shellback were doing different things, and I was making albums that were a little bit more esoteric, like folklore.
She's so hot when she says these big words.
You know what esoteric means.
I know, it's for a specific following.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
So he knows what that means. He
What is
pretends to
esoteric?
Cara,
know what
ele
these words
falando
mean,
que ela
but he
fica
knows.
muito gostosa falando essas palavras. A palavra é esotérica.
He knows what it means.
Okay.
He
I don't know
does
that.
like a pretty, I don't know what it means thing, but he knows all the words and he knows what they mean.
I don't know
And he may
anything.
not have read Hamlet, but I explained it to him. So he
Okay,
knows what
there we
happened.
go.
Don't tell my middle school English teacher I didn't read Hamlet.
So
Because I definitely was supposed to.
Spark Notes.
It's all right. I watched The Lion King.
see, he knows what Hamlet is.
Wait, Lion King is based off of Hamlet?
Yes.
Jason, your Reddit searches need to be more focused on
We need to
relevant
get, we need to
things.
get, we need your relationship with the internet to be like a little bit purer.
Don't I got
not
the
pure.
algorithm. I got the
My
algorithm. I'll
relationship
send
with
you
the
it.
if
I'll
we're
send
talking
it. I'll
about
s-
my relationship with the internet is bad. It is it's about as bad as it can get.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. So I was like,
That's okay.
I made a few records that were a bit more like specific in their sound or whatever, like Folklore, Evermore. Those were a little bit more like alt folk kind of leaning, and just kind of exploring and trying to challenge myself as a writer. And I feel like both Max and Shellback did that too in their own ways going out to the world. And by the time we came back together, I feel like we had so much more dexterity to what we do. And it's almost like we'd all grown up so much. Like Shellback and I were both in our early 20s when we started working together, the three of us. And so it was very much like we were the ingenues and Max was the mentor. And this was the time where it felt like all three of us in the room were carrying the same weight as creators. And
So
it was
cool.
really special. It like meant the world to me to have this creative experience where like we knew that we had to bring the best ideas we've ever had.
Yeah.
And I also know the pressure I'm putting on this record by saying that, but I don't care because I love it that much. And I'm
Confident.
so proud of it. And it just comes from like the most infectiously joyful, wild, dramatic place I was in my life.
Yeah.
And so that effervescence has come through on this record. And like, as you said, bangers. And
Bangers.
and we were
Dread.
just
Ai,
like,
que raiva.
there's no other songs coming. It's not like with Torture Poets Department, I was like, here's a data dump of everything I've thought, felt,
a lot of songs on that one.
in
Yeah.
2 or 3 years. Here's
Yeah.
31 songs. This is 12. There's not a 13th. There's not a 4th. There's not other ones coming. This
Yeah.
is the record I've been
Tu me
wanting to make
promete que se eu
for a
não vou
very
dormir
long
5 da manhã.
I love it. I love this so much. Can we? So let's. Where do we
Porque ela
start?
disse
I
que
don't know
você
where to
ficou
start.
assim, calma,
You gave us
deixa eu
a
ver se ela
lot
vai
of
falar mais alguma
information
coisa.
right
I
there.
know we didn't tell Jason that we were doing this.
No,
I just said
Jason-
like, can I go on the podcast because Brad Pitt did it and I want to do it too.
And Jason was like, yes, I mean, we can make that happen.
That seems like a valid
the
reason.
request or the ask from either one of us was never going to come. I don't know why
Ela falou que ela trabalhou em cima desse álbum durante a Deras. Enquanto ela tava em tour na Europa, se ela tinha, sei lá, 2, 3 dias off, ela ia até a Suécia, gravava, ficava no estúdio com o Max Martin e com o Shellback. E com o Max Martin em específico, né? Ela falou muito sobre isso. E ela falou que esse álbum é uma mistura do que ela gostou muito de explorar, que foi no Folklore e no Evermore. Ela gostou.
October 3rd.
This album comes
Eu
out
acertei a
October
data.
3rd.
Que foi. Ela gostou muito de explorar as coisas no Folklore e no Evermore, só que de uma maneira que coubesse mais na vida dela naquele momento. E no que ela tava pensando e sentindo, e com muita sabedoria pra usar as palavras certas para as pessoas não entenderem de forma, sei lá, equivocada o que ela queria falar, sabe?
There we go.
Então,
see.
eu.
Never not annoying. Always gonna
Pedro!
always gonna try to force a 13.
Os meus 3 álbuns favoritos dela, 1989 e Folklore.
Right there. For the photos,
Torture Poets.
there are a lot more photos in this, and there's a poem in this, and basically I love the photography so much that I don't want to show it right now because I want to keep some mystery going.
Love it.
Because that's just fun to have things to still discover. Yeah. But the photos are done by Mert and Marcus, who are two of my favorite photographers. The last time and the only time I worked with them for an album cover shoot was with Reputation, with that album. And I loved what they did with those photos. So I called them up for this one. And I'm so happy with the way that the photos came out for this one. And it just basically was like, I was so proud of the music and so excited about this project from a creative standpoint that I was just like, all hands on deck. We're going all out. This is a full send. Like, I care about this record more than I can even overstate.
It's so much fun. And I mean, I understand what she's saying. I've been fortunate enough to hear every single song on here, so I know they're all 12 bangers. It's a lot more upbeat, and it's a lot more like fun pop, like excitement. And I think that's a completely I think it's a complete 180 from a lot of the songs on Torture Poets for sure.
Oh yeah,
and it's just,
life is more upbeat.
Well, that's what I was about to say. It probably. Do you find that your albums mimic everything that's happening in your personal life?
Yeah, definitely.
Your genres that you've done are like so wide spanning between like country, pop, folk. And then, it can get. I don't even know. Torture Poets. It was like so cathartic. It felt like for you probably to write those songs and to release all that.
Definitely. And it was like, I have different goals with different albums. And Torture Poets Department, my goals were strictly lyrical. I
felt
love
like every song was a poem.
And I love that album so much from that perspective. That was strictly what I was trying to accomplish there, was just really a full catharsis. And I loved to embrace the mess of writing from that perspective, of the rawness of that. This, I have a totally different set of goals. I always try to do something completely different if that's what I'm feeling at the moment. And I was feeling a complete pivot at this point in time. And I wanted the album to feel the way my life felt. And this completely matches the way that my life has felt. And I also wanted it to be just every single song is on this album for hundreds of reasons. And you couldn't take one out and it be the same album. You couldn't add one and it's just right. And that focus and that kind of discipline with creating an album and keeping the bar really high is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. I tend to love to write lots and lots of music. So it's a temptation to release lots of music.
Sure.
I wanted to do an album that was so focused on quality and on the theme and everything fitting together like a perfect puzzle, that these 12 songs for my 12th album, I feel like we achieved that. And I'm really happy about that.
So you mentioned a couple of things there. First, what is the theme of the album, if you would describe it as one theme, if that's possible?
I would say it's everything that was going on behind the curtain.
Okay. And then what are the goals? You said something like what would be like your main goals with this album?
My main goals were melodies that were so infectious that you're almost angry at it. And lyrics that are just as vivid, but crisp and focused and completely intentional.
Check.
So it's like, I feel like we actually came together in a really beautiful way, the three of us, Shellback, Max, and I, where we had a conversation about how Max was like, I loved folklore. I loved the storytelling on folklore. I don't want that to change. Just because we're making these infectious anthems, I don't want you to leave that behind. And I was like, I don't think I couldn't if I tried. So at this point, I
got some stuff to say.
I'm married to that kind of writing, And so it was really amazing that we were able to, without doing too much overthinking, we were able to get in there, and it was just ideas flying. And all of these ideas were we've been waiting years to come back together and make this project. It felt really
You are going to move. You are. This album is going to make you dance.
October 3rd? Do I have to wait till October 3rd?
Yes, you do, Jason.
Yeah.
God damn it! This is unfair.
We don't trust you at all.
Yeah, I mean,
Eu tô com Jason.
Smart. I completely get it. The artwork. How do you settle on a front piece of artwork for an album?
This represents the end of my night.
Okay.
Right. So when I'm on tour, I have the same day every single day. It's another reason why we have a very similar life. His game days are the same days every day. His practice days are the same every day. His meetings, his schedule. My show days are the same every single day. I just happen to be in a different city. Yeah. And my day ends with me in a bathtub, not usually in a bedazzled dress.
Sure. Well, it's got to be, it's on the front of an album.
We try to keep it decent.
Yeah.
I wanted to sort of like glamorize all the different aspects of how that tour felt. And that's how that felt, to like be at the end of the night when all this has gone down. You won't be able to get to bed till 4 a.m. after this, but you had to jump through 50 million hoops in this obstacle course that is your show. And you did it. You got 2 more in a row, but you did it tonight.
That's all that matters.
And the reason I wanted to have it sort of like an offstage moment as the main album cover is because this album isn't really about what happened to me on stage. It's about what I was going through off stage. So it's like I didn't want to have like the lights are bright, I'm on the stage, it's the main album cover. It's just this to me tells more of what the actual contents lyrically of the album are.
Got it.
Which is the life. The
life of the showgirl. Not what you're saying. It's the life.
Acabou. Eu vou ver o Instagram dela. Mano, preciso absorver muito essa entrevista dela, esse podcast inteiro. Calma, filho. Vai.
Continuação no corte abaixo. Não esquece do famigerado like.